Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into real-world Next.js to really get a handle on the framework that's fixing one of React's biggest headaches. This isn't just React. This is React built for production.
So let's kick things off with a problem that, I'm guessing, sounds pretty familiar to a lot of you. You absolutely love building UIs with all of React's component magic, but then you hit the real world and you just keep slamming into this performance wall. And that right there, that gets to the absolute heart of what the book calls the modern web's dilemma. It's this constant tug-of-war, right? We want to build these super rich, dynamic, app-like experiences for our users. But we also need our sites to be incredibly fast and performant for everyone, on every device.
So why does this dilemma even exist? Well, with a standard out-of-the-box React app, everything, and I mean everything, is happening on the client side, inside your user's browser. When they first visit your site, what do they get? A blank page. And they have to sit there while their browser downloads, parses, and then executes this big chunk of JavaScript just to see anything at all.
So you've got this fundamental trade-off. On the one hand, yeah, you get that super fluid native app feel once everything's loaded, but on the other hand, you're paying a huge price for it. You're getting slow initial page loads for your users, and this is a big one, really poor SEO. Because when search engine bots crawl your site, they often just see that same blank page.
But here's the thing. You shouldn't have to choose between a great user experience and great performance. That's a false choice. And this is the exact problem that Next.js was designed from the ground up to solve.
And it's so important to understand, it's not just another little library you drop in. As the book puts it, Next.js is a full-on framework. Its whole purpose is to solve this dilemma by giving you, the developer, a really critical choice: the power to decide how and where your pages are actually rendered.
So how does it pull this off? What's the secret sauce? Well, it all comes down to its incredibly flexible, hybrid approach to rendering. See, with Next.js, it's not an all-or-nothing game. First off, you can still do things the classic way with client-side rendering, or CSR. You know, this is the default for most React apps. It's fantastic for those highly interactive pages that are tucked away behind a login. Think about a user dashboard, for example, where SEO just doesn't matter. Then, you've got server-side rendering, or SSR. Now, with this approach, the server actually generates a full HTML page for every single request. This is your go-to for pages where the data is constantly changing, like a live news feed. The content arrives totally pre-built, so search engines can see it and index it right away, and your users get content instantly. No more blank page.
And for those times when you need just raw, blazing speed, there's static site generation, or SSG. Here, your pages are pre-rendered into simple static HTML files when you build your site. Those files can then be put on a CDN and delivered to anyone, anywhere in the world, in just milliseconds. It's absolutely perfect for things like blog posts, docs, or marketing pages.
Okay, this table really lays it all out, doesn't it? You can see right away that SSR and SSG give you that incredible speed and are fantastic for SEO. But take a look at that last column for SSG. The data freshness is stale. That means it's only as up-to-date as the last time you built your site. Now, that sounds like a pretty big limitation, but is it? This is where Next.js pulls out its real ace in the hole: incremental static regeneration, or ISR. And this is just brilliant. It's a hybrid approach. You serve a super fast static page to the user instantly, but you also tell Next.js to rebuild that page in the background, say every 10 minutes. So your users always get an instant response, but the content just magically updates itself over time. It is literally the best of both worlds. But hey, the magic doesn't stop with just rendering. Remember, Next.js is a full framework, and it comes absolutely packed with powerful features that work right out of the box. We're talking about things that speed up your development and boost performance, from routing and image optimization all the way to API endpoints. Just take routing, for example. In Next.js, your file system is the router. You want to create a new page at the URL/about? All you do is create a file called about.js inside your pages folder, and that's it. Seriously, no complex configuration, no extra libraries to install, it just works.
Okay, another absolute game changer is how Next.js handles images. And we have all been there, right? You're trying to read an article, and suddenly a giant image loads in, and all the text you were reading just jumps down the page. It's so annoying. And it actually has a name: Cumulative Layout Shift, or CLS. It's a major sign of a bad user experience.
Well, guess what? Next.js just fixes it. It gives you a powerful, built-in image component that completely gets rid of layout shift from your images, and it does it all for you, automatically. Let me show you what I mean.
The real difference here is what's happening behind the scenes. So on the left, you've got your standard, kind of dumb HTML IMG tag. It just dumps whatever raw image file you give it straight onto the page. But on the right, the Next.js image component is way smarter. It automatically resizes the image for different devices, it serves it in modern, efficient formats like WebP, and it lazy loads it so it doesn't slow down the initial render, all while reserving the perfect amount of space on the page to prevent any of that annoying layout shift.
Okay, so we've been in the technical weeds for a bit, talking about the what and the how. But let's zoom out now and focus on the most important question, the why. Why does any of this actually matter in the real world?
Well, here's the bottom line. By solving these really fundamental problems of the web, Next.js delivers huge wins for everybody involved. Your users, they get blazing fast, stable experiences. Your business, it gets top-tier SEO and incredible scalability. And you, the developer, you get to focus on building cool features instead of wrestling with Webpack configurations, which leads to what the book calls developer happiness.
And look, this isn't just some niche tool for a side project. This is technology that is battle-tested at a massive scale. We're talking about some of the world's biggest websites. Netflix, TikTok, Twitch, they all rely on Next.js to deliver content to literally millions of users every single day.
So when you see how it elegantly merges the rich interactivity of client-side React with the raw performance and SEO power of the server, you realize Next.js isn't just another framework. It's something more. It's forcing us all to ask a much bigger question. Is this hybrid approach the new standard for how we build for the modern web?